Yo, what is going on, guys? Socks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Today we have some DD to go over. All I ask you to do is stay until the end of the video so you don't have to go watch any more videos for the rest of the night, because we update you on everything that there is to be updated about. All I ask in return is to get this video to 1,000 likes, please, and hit the subscribe button. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so you all know I'm expecting AMC to trade exactly how it traded today. Very little volume, kind of chop trading, kind of sideways trading until we get that slow climb, or until Adam Aaron comes out and says the voting is on this day and this is what's going to happen. This is when you can vote, and this is where you can vote, and this is how. Then I think volume will kick in and shit will start to hit the fan. Either way, I think something is coming very, very soon. It's Friday. It's a quiet day. There's not even a lot of volume within the entire market as well. The entire market is also red, so therefore you can see other stocks kind of doing a little bit bad as well. Bitcoin continues to drop. Crypto continues to drop. As for the S&P 500 going forward, my outlook is, of course, I'm waiting for this breakout. Usually out of this falling wedge, you see a breakout to the upside. However, on the S&P 500 for the beginning of 2023 to at least the middle of 2023, maybe even longer, I do see the SPY creating a new low. In my opinion, I don't think the market is healthy enough to rebound. Moving on, this is important. AMC Holdings elects Denise D. Clark and Carrie Putnam to serve as directors of the company effective January 1st. Now, shout out to Dave Murphy on Twitter. This is some excellent DD. Now, who is Carrie Putnam? Prior to joining Sundance, Putnam was executive vice president at HBO Films before leaving to become president of production at Miramax Films before being acquired by Disney, where she oversaw acquisitions and production finance. Antara, who is backed with Blackstone money, seems to, for some reason, want to buy a lot of votes in AMC. Now, we know Antara is the same entity who just purchased Ape at 66 cents or 68 cents, I believe, for a 100 and something million share purchase. And also 60 million of those votes are going in favor of the conversion and the reverse split that Antara actually has, which means Antara is technically for the company, right? They purchase these shares and they are fine with giving them in favor of the reverse split and the conversion to AMC. So Antara is already on board with AMC, but let's move on. In 2021, Amazon announced the purchase of MGM. Months later, Blackstone purchased Reese Witherspoon's media company Hello Sunshine. The video streaming war between Netflix Inc., Walt Disney Co., plus Disney Plus, and AT&T Inc.'s HBO Max starts heating up. Soon after, Moonbug Entertainment Ltd., the digital-first global children's entertainment company, today announced it has entered into a definitive agreement to be acquired. Moonbug Entertainment was acquired by former Disney executives Kevin Mayer and Tom Staggs and backed by investment capital from Blackstone. This was the second acquisition for Mayer and Staggs' new media company called Blackstone following the acquisition of Hello Sunshine, and Blackstone's investment was made through funds affiliated with the firm's flagship private equity business. The firm has made a range of entertainment, digital, and content-focused investments across its business in 2021 and 2022. When Carrie Putnam left HBO, she brought Lauren N with her to Miramax. Who's Lauren N? After turns at HBO, Miramax, N became a vice president at 20th Century Fox. Now let's go back to Blackstone acquiring Hello Sunshine. Lauren N is president of Hello Sunshine. Since 2020, Blackstone has been involved in other entertainment deals since the pandemic began. The firm in June purchased a 49% stake in a venture that will own 3 film studio lets and have 5 adjacent buildings in Hollywood in a $1.65 billion deal. And CNBC on 5/25/2020, private equity firms are having conversations about investments in hotels, restaurants, movie theaters, and casinos, among other companies. This is what CNBC reported. They also said that these are fundamentally good businesses that are going to have a terrible year, the banker said. And he goes, there's an opportunity for private equity to go in there and take a meaningful stake or buy the company at valuation they could not have gotten before. So therefore, AMC is tied with a ton of big firms, and they have potential to acquire whatever they need to continue to make the company strong. They also have these pathways. They're already in the gate to partnering with other things like HBO, Disney, so on and so forth down the line. AMC is not going anywhere. This is from a fundamental aspect, fundamental perspective. It has nothing to do with the conversion, nothing to do with the reverse split. However, Antara, who is included in this, tied to Blackstone, is the one who just purchased Ape shares and is for the conversion. So this is important DD to pay attention to, and just make sure to share the video, like this, and go follow Dave Murphy on Twitter. Touching on the numbers real quick, Ape 7.67% short interest, and Ortex isn't reporting the average or max cost to borrow, which is something weird to pay attention to. However, we talked about how Ape the short interest did not clear. It's already been T+2. That 200% run up was people buying, whether it was institutions or retail, trying to win majority vote or get AMC at a cheaper price when the conversion actually happens. Either way, shorts have to force close these positions if the vote is in favor of the conversion. And if you are wondering how did I get that information, I called Fidelity, so make sure to go watch that video. AMC is reporting a 290% cost to borrow average and a 299 max and a minimum of 248%. This is great to see because it means any short seller is paying at least 248% on these positions. Now, there is absolutely no reason to hold a position on that unless you know trying to cover, you are going to get royally fucked. No. Also, the short interest reported on AMC is 21.61% according to Ortex, and according to Stonko Tracker, 35,000 shares available to borrow recently at a 113.8% fee. Now, this is interesting because we talked about short exempts loading up. They can't borrow shares, they can't locate shares. Market makers are creating them, labeling them as short exempts, etc., etc. And the end of this week, it seems as if market makers are going to be collecting a decent amount of money that they need to from the options chain because puts on GameStop and AMC are well winning over the calls. So that is something to pay attention to. Congrats, market makers, you won this week, but very, very soon AMC and GameStop are really going to do their thing. Also nearing lows on both stocks. I'm expecting GameStop to move with AMC as soon as that conversion hits because I assume whoever's short AMC is also short GameStop. GameStop is reporting 0 shares available to borrow at the recent fee of 22% on Stonko Tracker. Moving on, hedge funds are set to mark worst returns in 14 years per Reuters, and Morgan Stanley's Mike Wilson says he sees the S&P 500 hitting nearly 3,000 early next year. Mortgage rates recorded their largest increase in 4 decades this year, and finally, the maximum possible share of Chinese yuan in Russia's national wealth fund had been doubled to 60%. The ministry said the permitted share of gold in the national wealth fund would also be doubled to 40%, and Russia will be buying the yuan on the currency market in 2023 if the country's oil and gas revenues meet expectation. Remember, BRICS is working on a new reserve currency to go against the US dollar. Do you think this is going to win? This is going to beat the US dollar? And do you think that is why central banks are loading up on gold? Also, just to cover this with the reverse split, people are talking about this is going to force synthetics to cover. That may or may not be the case. The QSIP number has to change along with a name change. The ape conversion to AMC, will that be counted as a name change? I'm not really sure, but it's not looking like it. But I wanted to clear up something really quick. If they don't cover synthetic shares, it's going to go on a liability sheet. If there is a QSIP number change and ape change, this is what happened. The QSIP Service Bureau further explained it as when a stock 1234 changes its name to 5678, the shares of stock 5678 are given to them electronically by the transfer agent to replace stock 1234. This is the key transaction. If only QSIP number changes transpires, then a lesser type of accountability takes place. The name change matching the address of the company is what actually forces an exchange of the old inventory of shares to the new inventory of shares. Without the name change, there is not a movement of shares from the TA that takes place. With a QSIP number change and name change, old inventory has to match the new inventory with address. Without that, a QSIP number change always occurs with a split or a reverse split, and it has less accountability for it. The shares just have to be there. And that is why it's so important to have a name change along with QSIP at the same exact time. If you guys have not gotten your 20 free stocks and a chance to win $60,000, download Moomoo on your phone or computer using my link in the comments or in the description. It takes 2 minutes to do so. After you do that and deposit literally even 50 cents into your account, you will get up to 20 free stocks and a chance to win $60,000 plus a free wheel spin. And this is going to end very, very soon. It's free money. Make sure to go do that using my link. Your money will be FDIC insured. You'll have a customizable earnings calendar. You'll be able to go long, go short, trade options, have further expiration prices on those options, have access to viewing other exchanges, trading crypto, free level 2 order book data so you can see where whales are loading up and dropping off shares, and much more. So make sure to go do that, guys. Hopefully you appreciate the video or found value out of the video, or at least enjoyed watching it and were entertained. And since you watched this video, here's a picture of a dog. Hope that was enough to win over the like button for you. Love you all, guys. Lottery Stocks out.